Lungsod sa PORO. Nanubay tubag kung sulbad sa tanghaga sa imong paghimugso nga sin imong paglutaw dira sa bughaw nga aping sa kadagatan sa kamutis sa taliwa sa nasod nga Pilipinon. Sama pa ikaw sa libgos kami kalit lamang pagturok human sa paggilis sa mahait na kilat kasin pagkahuman sa malano nga pagbuto sa linti sa udtong tutok. Ako mapamalandong nga dili aksidente o sulagma lamang sa kinaisahan ang imong pagtungha sa taliwa sa kabuhatan sa tibuok kalibutan.
In the olden days, or as what our history would tell us, Cebu was frequently raided by slave raiders from the south, and PORO was no exception. The etymology of PORO comes from the Waray word polo or Palau, which means an island. And because it was an island, it was also a destination for slave raiders.
In PORO, we have the history and the culture. Being the mother town, was recognized in 1701. So that's why we have the oldest church. All of the Camotes Islands have natural wonders to tell the world that we are really a tourist destination.
It's a culture na up to now we have preserved. Ang amo accent. It's something. That's a unique attribute.
The tribes of the island were territorial. Being at war with each other did not help or did not save them from the slave raiders. So the Spanish government thought of uniting these two settlements. The settlement of Tag-Anitu, which is now the municipality of Tudela, and the settlement of Mactan, which is now part of PORO. The settlements thought of settling this matter violently. So one day they decided to meet on a place. They started walking towards that area, which is now the population of PORO. But when they met on that particular secluded and wooded portion of the island, there was already I'm not sure if it's a mythical figure, but it was called Panganoron, meaning to say man of the clouds because of his height. So when the two settlements arrived on that area, Panganoron said, "Why don't you settle the matter peacefully? Why don't you live and coexist peacefully?" And because of Panganoron's wisdom, the tribes agreed. From that history, from that narrative, we based the history of Tagbo, which became the festival. So it's now called the Tagbo Festival.
Ang sinugdan ani katong wa palando nga doon na excavation dito sa mga tipak sa among baybayon sa Mactan. Kaya hikubkuban dahil ng duha ka mga tibod kang tag-as. Unya ang sud sa tibod abi ni Gonsa, mga alahas nga buhawan. Unya napoy sagon nga kalabira o staw. Naay mga may bangkaw na dungog na dayon to pagkadaghan sa nangabot diha kay ang uban mamalit, uban mamukad. Mo to nga nahinumdum dayon ko di baka nga si Magellan diha patya sa Camotes. Nakuan lang to kuan ko sa history book dito nga ang mga katsila di ay gikan dito sa Liti ni hapit din sa Matan may nagigano Matan Camotes. Unya nakita nila ang ini magtiayo na naglungag og kamote diha sa baybayon. Ilang gipangutana kinat sila unsay ngan aning islaha yung pagtuon sa inyong gilungag ingon kamote mao to gingalan tanang isla namo di Islas de las Camotes. Magellan and his men and the ship where Magellan was left Mandaue just before midnight. So abot sila mga 3 o'clock. Ug dito tong Mactan upon di tali mag-abot anang orasa tungod sa kaduol. Karon sa perspective ni Pigapita mo niyang giingon. ang baybayon sa Mactang is 2 crossbow flights away. Sa ato pa, gikan siyang sakayan, usyat og aro, mugtugdon diya pa sa dagat. Usab og siyat, nasbas ang aro mugtugdon. Pastilan, maugyod ang distansya sa sakayan, di maka-attract ang isduol. Tungod sa kadako sa among hunasan, gitagbo si Magellan og 1,500 native soldiers mato ni Pigafetta. Sa ato pa ngano makita man si Pigafetta nga ingon ana kadaghan ang mga sundao og naay katunggan di siya kakita. Huwag katunggan, huwag mga mangrove. Naklaro man siya ang mata. Now, for a population, a settlement to thrive, ngayon ang nakadaghan, dili mo puyo diha o walay mga resources.
Mactang is the oldest, is a very old colony or barangay nga plentiful ang abundant ang water, abundant ang farm products. So naagid diha nag-settle ang tao. Whereas ang Lapu-Lapu, ang Mactan sa Cebu, kung may tubig, so kisa may settle diha kung wala tubig.
Lahay naman itong population na itong panahon na ni-disperse. Right after they have killed Magellan, they were afraid that the Spaniards will come back. Isibat sila ng dapit nga layo, nga dili, yun, ibawaan na tuwa sa dito. Nganong i-risk man ni Magellan nga kinabuhi sa mga tao. Kuha pa yung ginahuna nga makuha diha nga bandi para sa panudanan sa Espanya. Nakitaan niya, kung nakitaan sa mga Chinese traders, nga kini mga tao diri may kabutang yun. Kaya this must be already original maritime trade route sa mga Chinese merchants.
Ingon man nga mig-aga, mangaut mi dito. Ito mi nangaut. Ako nga, kan ihan mi sa akong bana og kaut ka kanang sukod, basta nga lubong. Ugbok na ako. Hala, di amay punaksan, oy. Kaning mga ngipon, ako may nakatuod ani dito sa
Kabas.
naong sa tao.
Kini, mga Stone Age implements siya kay kaliwas special. Height, no?
In terms of aming mga ang kanang faith, life experience nila nga, ang ila i-attribute yun nila sa ang ano na dato sila, ang hayayang kahimtang, ano kaabot sila, naglampuson sila sa ilang pagtuod tungod kang Senyor Santo Niño. Love kayo nilang sa Senyor Santo Niño na taga Puro. Kung sa magali, kung pista na, popular ang pista diri nga tagagawas mo balik diri. Instrumental si Santo Niño sa ilang kinabuhi. Nga nakaabroad sila, pinangayo sa kang Senyor Santo Niño.
Sinong is actually a war dance. As one of the mutations of Sinulog, took on a Hispanized version using the Cebuano martial arts, the armies. The central figure there is the Santo Niño. Another unique ritual of the Poro Hanons is the Biray-Biray. Biray comes from an ancient Visayan word for boat. Biray-Biray is a ritual where silong dancers ride in a gaily decorated boat with a Santo Niño, and to the beating of the drums and gongs and other improvised percussions, Poro Hanons dance to the beat of the music.
Ang kanang patunog, ang life sa taga-Puro, bisag dili taga-Puro, embedded by that practice. Magdagkot o magpatunog kanang ipambitaw sa Niño, sayaw, kay healing na para kanila. Nga kabahin sa kinabuhi, kanang mga patunog, kanang mga practice diri nga ultimately kang Santo Niño gihapon nga pagdaig.
About 10 years ago, I was browsing online for anything related to Poro. I was directed to, if I'm not mistaken, it was the University of Michigan, and it pointed to an artifact, in fact, a Santo Niño whose provenance come from Poro and whose material was made of coconut. And I was directed to St. Teresa's College Museum, and that was 10 years ago. So, and it was only a month ago in Museo Sugbo when I met the curator of St. Teresa's College Museum. So I asked her, is it true that there's a Santo Niño de Poro displayed in your museum? And she said with a smile, yes. How did you know? And I said, well, 10 years ago, I accidentally discovered it in an online museum. I asked her, how did it ended up there in your museum?
During the 400-year celebration of Christianity, then it was 1965. Like they had an exhibit in Cebu Normal College.
Sir Delhin Coronel was assigned as the head of the exhibit committee.
She assigned students to go to the nearby municipalities. They had a research and then they tried to borrow those statues for the exhibit. Then they were granted permission, and so the exhibit was held somewhere in May 1965. And after that exhibit, there was like a national celebration, and those statues were brought to Manila. And after that, the owners told Sister to just keep the figures or the statues. We put labels in each one, and it's here. It comes from PORO Cebu. And the age is 100 years old, and it's been donated by the PORO Parish Council with Gaudiosa Gorgonio as the one who solicited.
I would like to see that also. Something unique, kuko lumber nga gihimo nimo na imahe. As early as possible, January man ang kuan kung maka-negotiate sa mga Madrid.
I'm sure daghang gid mo tan-aw, daghang gid mga tao aning mo kuan. Malipay, daghan mo ma-renew siguro ang ilang pagtuo, mas makuan sila sa Santo Niño.
It would be very symbolic, and it would be a very momentous occasion for the image, for the Santo Niño of Poro to come home.
I would really encourage people to collect what they have left of the old generation, for us to really like own it and really like be proud of our heritage and culture.
There is really a need to preserve the tradition. Having grown with the story of how history and how heritage have became part of the Porohanon faith, there is really a need for us to go back to our faith, go back to our roots, learn about the story of the Santo Niño, learn about his miracles, in order for us to live in his faith, in his love, in his values through our devotion.
O Poro, lungsod nga bulahan, gilalang ikaw sa Dios nga makagagahom mo sa nga tanan. Dira sa imo sabakan, Kipahibutang ang mga tao nga makugihon nan mahigugmaon nat sa kalinaw. Puro, lungsod sa mga lumad nga buutan, dili angay kahadlukan, kay mahigalaon ug mahigugmaon sa nga tanan. Amo nga dapiton kamo namon sa pagduaw nan pagkalipay upod namon diri sa lungsod sa Puro.